Welcome to the history of Gredia, Part 2. Today I will be covering the Combine War and World War I. The Combine were parasitic bugs who operated in a hierarchy. The only class I know were queens, which there were several of, and from last I heard, there should only be one or two left. The Combine War united everyone against them, whether it be political, cultural, religious, didn't matter. They were united by the threat. And the Gredian participation in this war was as such. The Gredian troops, which numbered about 5,000 or so, landed on a small island, which is now known as Napoleonic Island, which was a strategic military and naval base for us. But we landed alongside the Romanians, who took an island further west to it, back close to their home country. The Romanians now are good people. Back then, they were absolute filth. And they deserve to be purged. In the years up to World War I, nothing much really happened besides reforms and consolidation of the state. But when World War I started, Gredia was initially neutral. But we did receive threats from the Soviets and the Romanians. I do not remember their name at the time. To stay neutral or to become communist. In response to these threats, we declared war on all the enemies of our ally Vanhelia. We should have left them for dead, I now admit. They had a puppet, which was meant to be future expansion for us. The first division assaulted them, being repelled with admittedly light casualties. We then retreated. They then landed two other armies in the north and came down to. Now, the capital at the time was Gas, with chemical weapons, which were first used in this war. The first empress, who was later shown to have been cheating on the emperor, died in this gassing. The fortifiers, the 2nd Regiment, were sent to the capital to reinforcement. They were repelled by the gas, taking about 2,000 casualties. Then came the two armies to attack them, and they held against all odds, and forcing them back with even worse casualties. Then they released the gas, killing themselves. Now then came the rebellion in the south, which was put down by mercenaries from the country of the Forefathers' Union, who are our brothers and sisters in arms. The final push came, not by our hands, but by the Vanhelians, who naval landed and forced them to surrender, thus ending this part of World War I. Also, during this time came the first referendum, which created a constitutional monarchy, and the first elections, in which General James Longstreet was elected. Now, and to a sad note, during this time, chaos came into the Gredian lands, and the emperor fell to it, and banned all of the religions. But he still remained friendly to the Vanhelians, surprisingly. But soon he would give in to the corruption and send his family away. But that shall be for part 3.